Okay. Oh, Rose is coming. Hi. Say hello, Rose.
Hello, Rose.
Wander over here. We'll grab ourselves a beehive. So I'll take this Hocking's Eye one here. Leave that one. I'll take this one. You coming, are you? Oh yeah, you got that one. All right. So Rose's footage will be better than mine. I'll take the lid off.
I see.
Okay. I'll need to take that with us as well. Hey, look, they're pretty busy down there. So I'll get you to bring the lid, and I'll just pick up the whole hive, and I'll go this way. They'll all fly around over there and try and work out what they're doing. What's that laying on the ground? Why is there a knife in our backyard?
Is there a knife in our backyard?
Yeah. Say hello, Jamie.
We'll pick it up.
Say hello, Jamie. No, you're not going to say hello. Jamie's not going to say hello. Say hello, Jamie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
No, pick it up.
Cool.
So just not.
Can you hold both cameras? Come on, go
No,
on,
I've
give it a
never
go.
done that before in my life.
Don't touch the buttons.
Touch all the buttons.
Don't touch all the buttons.
Remove my finger from the shot.
Yeah, well, they do that too. So, I already cheated. This one's set up. What I've done, I've already put wax on the inside, around the openings at the back, and the top one at the front here. I don't know if you can get that in zoom picture. And obviously I've done the same in here. I've put a little chunk of wax in there. So there's bits of wax in there which will help them out. They'll do a few bits and pieces with themselves. Yes, I know some of it's honeybee wax, but I don't care. Because the bees don't care, they'll happily use it. So we have split bars. So if you split them horizontally, you have bottom half a brood, top half a brood, so you can separate and make two more boxes. I, however, today am probably going to do a vertical split. Because they're coming in and out of here. Getting a little confused. There'll be all ones over there at their house, not knowing what's going on. Had this open the other day. Now, I didn't get my screw gun. This is pretty normal for me, isn't it? I'll be back. Please stay and watch them, and I'll be back. Messy shed. You think I'd have this right by now, wouldn't you? No? This is called being unprepared as usual. Now we did have this apart the other day, but we're going to do that again. There's all our lovely eggs and structure. Probably going to upset them a lot. So this is an observation hive because you can't, well, it's just a normal hive. You can't actually do much with it. If you want to have a look in there, you can see the honey pots and the pollen pots.
You could go.
Oh, she's in my ear.
Yeah, they're all over me too. Doesn't matter.
Oh, now I know why that knife was in the backyard. It was mine. Does that make sense?
Mm. Also makes sense. And of course they're all over us. All over me.
Yeah, you do.
Mm.
In your hair.
Yeah, they're everywhere.
You're loving it, aren't you?
Mm.
You can hear them buzzing. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut through this ball of brood. Actually, really advancing plump there, I might be able to pull the whole lot out. So I'll cut through this structure here. Actually, I'll tell you what, we will do a vertical split. We'll turn it into a horizontal split. Oh yes, they're
Yes.
all over me now.
Yeah, lovely. Yes.
Everybody enjoying the bees?
I'm enjoying them, just not when they go near the face and into your eyes and you're trying to see.
Yeah, well, seeing is, you know, an option.
I don't mind them laying on you.
So,
You can't see.
there's our advancing front down the bottom there where she's laying her eggs. I'll just put this one straight on top of this one. Jamie's out.
Okay, that's one down.
By the way, it does hurt when they bite.
That's what I mean. They're little
Well, you getting bitten.
That was only one, I think.
I'm just going to walk over this way a little bit.
Yeah.
You see what
This is the
happened?
problem.
Oh my god.
Well, if you want a bloopers reel, I think this whole thing's going to be a bloopers reel from the start.
Sorry, they're biting. They bit biting. They're not meant to hurt you.
Yeah, going up the nose and the ears isn't so enjoyable.
Maybe you need a face shield.
Hey, yeah. Somebody want to go get my mask?
Yeah.
A bit late now.
Well, you know, we do have veils for a reason.
Well, you know.
Hmm.
I should have known being Hocking's eye they were going to get annoyed.
Well, yeah, what do you expect?
So anyway, so as you can see, you want to come back over, Rose?
Yes. Do it, why don't we?
I'm going to take the entrance. This
Well,
one,
you know,
and
it's a bit
swap
of a
it to
weird
this
filming,
one.
but you know. And I have a fly on my lens. We're doing well.
And I'll put a new entrance in this one.
Keep
Oh,
them
get out of my
straight.
ear.
Oh, Sam. Oh my god, don't eat them, Sam.
Don't eat them, doggles.
Sam. Dad, he's eating
Well, I
them.
planned this one really well
Oh my
today,
god,
didn't I?
Dad, the dog's eating them.
Yes, well, that'll happen.
You get the dog away before he eats them all.
Excuse me for a moment, I'm going to get a hose myself. You think I would have known better than to do this?
Some. Yeah.
Yes,
think
thank you
so.
for the bloopers reel. That's very good.
Yes, well, thank you.
Honey. No, they're not gonna hurt you. Come on, they don't hurt.
Didn't want to wear my glasses anyway, did I?
Yes, well.
Yeah.
The dog's
So
got the
good.
shitsy what's going.
Yeah, well, I don't blame him.
Sorry, this didn't quite go to plan.
You wanna go in?
Well, I didn't do a vertical split, I've done a horizontal.
Yeah, well, do what you can.
There's,
Sam's had enough.
so, because of the way this is, because that's
Mm.
obviously got the front in it,
Yes, well.
Now
I'm
back on
going
you.
to
Yes, I'm just trying.
top back on this one.
You popped me.
Just, yes.
Put this onto here.
Mm.
We'll screw this one back on here.
Yes, well. Okay. I'm doing too long.
The dog's gone inside. He has a shits.
Oh, well.
Excuse me while I remove a few D's from under my shirt.
Yeah, you and me both. Doesn't matter, cameraman or a dime a dozen.
Alright, so because this has got the new bottom, and I put the entrance back in it, I'm going to put it back over here where it was. Actually, I probably should take that up, eh? Got me on the table. Now, because it's got the original entrance on it, the bees will hopefully go back into it. Even though it's got a new bottom, and they're going to be a little bit ticked obviously because half the beehive's missing. Note to self, don't wear black clothes. They like dark things.
Hmm. Yes, well.
So,
You get used to that. Both of us. You
Oh,
expect.
your shirt.
yep,
Yeah.
got
I'm covered in them. That's the fun need to be.
Just so everybody understands, they don't sting, but they do bite.
Well, we're good so far, so.
Alright, so that was clever. I put the lid on upside down. Right. So if you want to have a look in there, you can see the structure, and that's the advancing front where they're laying the babies. There were queen cells in the other one. They were the larger cells. So I'm pretty sure the queen's in here. If not, she's in the other one. That's fine. They'll turn one of the little broods in there into a queen, which are, as you can see, there's a queen cell there, slightly bigger than the other ones. But there was some in the other one, which is good. They make emergency queen cells all the time. They just make queen cells all the time. Being a native bee, they're a little different to a honeybee. They're always making queens. They always have extra virgin queens, whereas honeybees only make them when they need to. So because there's obviously no stores or anything in this, so we put this on here, and they'll actually, because the slot's at the back, bees come in and out the front. I'll put that propulsor in there. I'll close that up a little bit. They'll open that up again if they want to open it up. So they've got two entrances in there. Because I cheat a little, I've got comb and stuff here, which will give them a little bit of wax that I'll put in the top, which they may or may not use. Obviously it's not all theirs. I'm obviously using a little bit of honeybee comb that I had left over out of the hive one other time. I won't put the old stuff in, I only put this newer stuff in. It'll give them something to use. I did put some in the bottom, but a little bit in there. Whoops. Okay. So what we'll do now, because both sections does have some honey pots and stuff in it, so they've got food. It's not like I've robbed them of their food or anything. Now what I'll do is I'm going to put this strap on and around the beehive. Same as like you do with honeybees. But obviously these aren't honeybees. I think I'd prepare myself a little better, but anyway. That's the whole point of having bloopers reels and Rose over here doing all the video footage so she can laugh at me. Jamie's done a runner, she's not coming back. It's over at the door. Now the boxes aren't quite the same because the original box that we had and this new box is a standard oat hive. So the dimensions externally are slightly different, internally they're roughly the same. They are a little different in this because I have smaller walls, and the smaller wall thickness won't really affect them. It'll give them more room, but normally I make them about 40 mil thick. This is only about 25 mil thick pine. So this basically comes up. Oops, pull that through a little bit further. Can. Damaging it too much. Bring this up. Put that on. Same with the honeybee one, you just keep bringing the lock over, locking it so you get it tight. Find a good position for it. Locks in place, I'll put it back. Hopefully I can lock it in another one. So that'll keep it together. May end up putting another one on that other one. Now this has the original bottom. So we're going to put it in a new place. And they'll get used to putting their own scent around the front of this. So we're going to put this out in the backyard. And we'll take the lid with us because we'll need that. It obviously has an entrance on the back which is used for ventilation. I love biting my arm and the back of my neck.
Yeah, you get used to it.
We'll do a bit of gardening out here and fix this up. But this will do for them for now. And then what we'll do, put that one there. I know it's in the shade, but it'll also keep rain and that off. They'll get used to their new position. They're obviously going to fix everything inside first. You know, good bloopers reel. Your camera's on the ground.
Not one.
Alright, so they will probably fix most of their insides first before they do anything else. And they'll eventually get used to the fact that they're here. If some of them do go back to the original spot, it doesn't matter because this has got the main part of the hive. And like I said, if we haven't got the queen in here, she'll be in the other one. I think I heard the door close, so Jamie's gone inside. She's had enough. The dog's had enough too. So we probably won't see much activity from there, but if you go back over to where the original one was and have a look, you'll probably notice the front of the hive is covered in bees because they're all coming back trying to work out what's going on with the new base. While you look at that, I'll go and find another strap to put around that one. I'm only putting the straps on to keep them together. Go away, fly. So what I'll do is open that up. So obviously in there, it's all that. And if you have a look in there, Rose, you can see, if you go into town, you can smell the honey. Anyway, we'll close that back up. Carefully. Oops, like that. As you can see, they're going ballistic around the front because they're going, this isn't our house, but it is our house. I can smell it. It's a bit long, but I'll work it out. So, yeah, still not happy with me. You wouldn't be happy if somebody come in and wrecked your house. Well, it's just a little bit short to do that. Try and get that over there again. One more. Pull that in tight. Yeah, if I can get this last one on. Oh, I could be lucky. Yeah, that's nice and tight now. Now if I hop back out of the way, hopefully these girls on me will fly off. Pop on my ivory out on the back of the neck. You can see on my black shirt. So yeah, didn't show you a lot inside, but I think you get the general idea that you can see they're still all over me because they can smell me. They know I was in their hive. How you going, Rose?
Yeah, I'm alright.
You haven't got too many on you.
No.
It's just
Come
me
and go.
now because obviously I got the bee smell and that on me. And the hive smell on me.
There's a few here and there, but still. Isn't where our day's work.
Well, because of how busy they are, I want to do something else here. Just stay there for a minute. Actually going to change that entrance back over. Okay, I'll take this one which is covered in bees and go over to the other bee hive. There won't be too much activity there, but they'll be used to the smell of that, so hopefully they'll go in and work out that that's their house. You seem to always get in your ears and your back of your head, back of your neck. Won't look good on YouTube, I'll take my shirt off. Oh, there we go, it's into my ear now. Don't have to film me,
Oh, well,
because I'm covered in bees.
makes a good blooper reel.
Blooper reels.
Oh, well, you can make less of them.
Well, if I made less bloopers, yeah.
Exactly.
Probably still be pulling bees out of me tonight.
Don't
Anyway,
be sitting in
so-
bed pulling out bees.
Hey? Well, I could actually. I'll do something else. I know I'm being silly, but anyway. There you go, look at that. Be a bit more activity than now, there's two hives there. Stopped it.
It's going again.
Okay. So by putting the other hive there, as you can see, the bees are going over both the hives. So we had returning bees coming back with some pollen on them. Alright, now I'll do it again and I'll put this one back. And then we'll put that one back in. So you probably won't find much coming out of there, but you'll find the other one will get real busy again. If you come over, you'll actually see the bees at the front. You'll actually be trying to find the hive, you're not actually going into either hive. But as soon as I move it over there, the front of it will be covered in bees again. So they're all bees flying around here. I'll just move that, put it there, where the original hive was. Now they all go back in again. Native bees are attracted to black because the entrance is usually dark. Dark parts of trees. In this case, I actually put a black entrance with a PVC pipe. The reason for that is it makes like an entrance tube, so they can defend against pests. They can actually line up on the inside of that and block off any pests trying to get in. So this is the original top with the new bottom. Whereas the other one has the old bottom, but it has a new top. The other one also has a honey super. So unlike honeybees will decide to swarm and they'll take the old queen and they'll swarm and go away. what native bees do, the old queen doesn't fly again. Once she's mated, she stays in the hive. So when they decide to create a new hive, scouts go out, find somewhere else to make a new home, hollow in a tree or wherever, and the scouts will go out and start building that new area, filling it with resin and wax, and they'll start putting stores in it, and then a virgin queen will come across. Then she'll go on a mating flight. Then she'll become the queen of that hive and stay in there. When we do a split and you end up with a virgin queen, she'll leave the hive, do a mating flight, come back, and obviously stay in that hive. So as you can see, these are all the returning bees that have been out all morning foraging. Well, it's afternoon now, so have afternoon bees coming back, not morning bees. Honey bees go up to roughly 10 k's, been known to go further. Native Australian stingless bees tend to only fly 500 to 800 metres. I have heard of that they have gone as far as a kilometre on some research from some people. Everybody has their own opinions, and that's fine. If you're looking into these sort of bees, just make sure you get as much information from as many people as you can. Don't just trust one source as gospel. I mean, most of the people out there are truthful, and they'll give you the right information. But you know, like, I've split these now, and obviously the new hive, this is the new hive. It's where the old one was, and the other one has moved to the other side of the yard. Normally you don't move them that far. You normally split them and you'll take the second hive more than a kilometre away. Generally speaking, you'd take it probably 2 to 3 kilometres away from the original hive, so that the returning bees, or the bees that go out to forage, will only go to the one hive, whereas I've got one over there now. Some of the bees from there will come over here because they know this is where they go, but the new ones that are hatching, that are getting their flights, they're going to do orientation flights, they're going to stay with that hive. And because there's plenty of brood, there won't be a problem between the two hives. There's plenty of bees in both. And as the other one has the base and has the strongest part of the hive. Oh, sorry, yes, and this is the bottom, which is now empty. It's only got a small portion of brood, but it is almost half. But it was actually, when we opened it, the advancing front was in the middle. Sometimes you split it and it's not in the middle. I was going to do a vertical split, but because it was where it was, I thought, no, that's fine, we'll do it that way. I can keep an eye on it, and like I said, if I open this up and there is an issue, I can always take some brood out of the other hive and I can put it back into this hive, and they quite easily accept it. You just can't cross species. Well, you can to a point, but I mean, I wouldn't go putting Hocking's Eye and swapping it with some Carbonaria. They are a slightly different bee. They're both tetragonula, but they are a different, I suppose, genus or whatever you want to call it. I'm not up to date on all that, but I have known people will take Carbonaria brood and put a small amount into like a trap hive or a eduction hive to allow the bees to continue an induction and make a new queen, to make it stronger, quicker. And I believe you probably could do that with Hocking's Eye as well, but I wouldn't really swap Hocking's Eye and Carbonaria. I don't know what would happen there. And definitely not with Australis, because they have a completely different structure inside. As far as I know, Australis don't compete with the tetragonula, but I do know both the Carbonaria and the Hocking's Eye do compete with each other, and if one hive is stronger than the other and they decide to do an attacking swarm and take over, usually you find the Hocking's Eye win. However, it has been found that sometimes the Carbonaria do win, but not as often. The Hocking's Eye are slightly more aggressive. As you obviously seen, I was covered in bees. They do bite. Carbonaria will too, but they're a little bit more placid. It is very hot at the moment. I opened them in the middle of the day, so that'll probably make them grumpy too. although I probably let some cool air in, which probably wouldn't hurt them. With the temperature, it's not going to chill the brood or anything. So as you can see, tons of activity because we split it. If we go back over and have a look at the other one, you'll probably find there won't be as much. And obviously this one here is actually the sister colony from this one originally, because this one here was the original split that I did from this hive. And it's still going strong. It's a slightly different top box. I have different supers on it. Unfortunately, I couldn't get my material right, so you can obviously tell when I put things together, they're not always square and true and straight and identical. But I might be changing some of my designs in my hive anyway. But for now, yeah, sit back, enjoy your bees. Thanks for watching. If you want to look at that other one. Okay, so it's been about an hour and a half, 2 hours since I split the hive. So you can see the activity's died down a little, but they're, you know, coming and going and doing their thing. And this is where the original hive was, and this has got the original hive top with the new bottom. Obviously next to the daughter hive, it's obviously got a lot more going in and out because, well, a few more bees in that one now than what was in this one. Might actually move that one over a little bit. Excuse my camera work for the moment. See real close there, they're going in and out of the top as well as the bottom. That's on the daughter hive that we originally had from this one. And now this one here is the top split. And I'll take you over to where the original bottom is with the new top. The other side of the yard, so we'll go this way. Passion fruit vine. It's one of my trees. There's a sweet potato growing there, native in a pot. A couple of other little trees and that I'm growing. Sorry about the grass, but I'll get to it. So this is the original bottom. And there was a couple of bees flying in and out before and they're coming back. So they've obviously done an orientation thing. And there goes one now. And yeah, they were coming backwards and forwards just before, so hopefully they're learning the location. It's sitting underneath a native lily-pilly tree. Gets these little fruit that like taste a little bit like apple. Flew a few out here near me, so they're doing orientation flights and they're getting used to the hive. They're flying back. There's one coming back, there's another one coming back. One on my camera. So they're obviously already used to the location. It's only been a couple of hours and all I did was move it to the other side of the yard. So yeah, they're doing rather well already. So hopefully this one, I mean, it had some queen cells, so they should get a new queen. If not, it's got the queen, and as I said, the other half still has queen cells, so it should also get a queen. So yeah, so thanks for watching. It's only a short one today. Bye guys.